Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin, and this is just simply a rant. And it's a rant because I just saw that it's been confirmed Suicide Squad is gonna have like an Ultimate Edition or Extended Edition, just like Batman vs. Superman. So, if you don't mind, I just need to take a second and rant about this. Why? Why are we doing an extended cut for Suicide Squad? Let me just take a step back and say, you know what? In general, I love extended editions, especially when it came to like the original Lord of the Rings trilogy. First off, the theatrical releases of those movies were just plain awesome. There was no need to fix it through an extended cut. An extended cut was just an added bonus. And when those extended editions came out, I just didn't buy theatrical releases. I just went straight for the extended versions because they were just awesome. It was like salt on a meal that was already incredibly delicious. When they put those extended scenes in there, it just added to something that was already brilliant and put more brilliance on top of brilliance. It made the extended editions that much more fun. When you have Batman vs. Superman, that theatrical cut was just confusing. So here's why I think Batman vs. Superman needed an Ultimate Edition. Because the way it was edited, the way it was put together, the scenes they decided to cut, the movie just didn't have a flow. I mean, in the theatrical cut, how on this green earth are we supposed to believe dudes in Africa shooting other dudes, that is framing Superman who doesn't use guns? Or how come when Superman was in the courthouse, did he not even by accident see through the wheelchair and catch a glimpse that there was a bomb in there? I mean, he's got superpowers. Sometimes you just can't help it. Oh my gosh, there's a bomb in that wheelchair. How did he not see that? The extended cut actually answers those questions. I'm not saying the extended cut fixes Batman vs. Superman. I'm saying that if I was going to watch a version of Batman vs. Superman, I'm watching that Ultimate Edition. Because the Ultimate Edition smooths out some of the bad editing. The Ultimate Edition adds some things like, oh, that's how you frame Superman in Africa. Oh my gosh, you cut an entire storyline? And I could get why they needed to do that. Because this is supposed to launch the extended DC universe. And even though it made buttloads of money, it was incredibly controversial, and the more stuff I hear, the majority of people didn't like it. I mean, I think I gave it a pretty good rating in my review, but it's because I love Batman and Superman, and I still found things that were enjoyable in that movie to watch. But overall, I was very disappointed in the theatrical cut. I enjoyed the Ultimate Edition a lot more because I felt it smoothed a few things out. It added enough that I was like, oh, okay, I understand that choice now in this movie. Oh, okay, I understand why Clark was at that gala. Oh, I get how you frame Superman. Oh, you cut an entire character out that explains why he couldn't see through a wheelchair? Are you kidding me? There were things like that that added to the movie. But now that we have said Suicide Squad's getting an extended edition, now I'm kind of sad. Because now what I feel like we're getting in the habit of, okay, so let's take a movie and let's not worry too much about it. We can make it mediocre, and it can be divisive. Who cares? It's gonna make us millions. And once it's made us millions, we'll make even more. Because on the Blu-ray release, we will just release an extended edition that will be better than the version we released on the big screen. Lord of the Rings was better when they added those scenes back in for those extended editions because they were already great movies. The scenes they cut were fantastic, and when they put them back in, it was amazing. Batman vs. Superman was kind of sloppy. And when they put those scenes back in, it didn't fix the story. It didn't fix the direction it sent the DC universe. It didn't change the fact that they brought in plot lines way too early for the character of Superman and things like that. And they just kind of blew some amazing things they could have done and could have been way better had they done it in Superman's timeline and done it later. A Suicide Squad Extended Edition, I don't know what that's going to do for the movie, other than we get to see Jared Leto more as the Joker. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of that. And on some level, that will probably be cool. But what I'm ranting against is this idea of, let's release the mediocre movie, who cares if it divides fans, we'll still make millions off it because of the characters that are in it, and then we'll go ahead and do an extended cut, and I'm just like, oh, just stop it. Do it right the first time. Make it good on the big screen. And then if you do an extended cut, do it for the fun of like what they did with Lord of the Rings. You now already have a great movie. And here's some great stuff that didn't make it in the original cut. See what you think when it's in this cut. I think that's why you do extended versions. You don't do it to try to fix and undivide fans. No, you make a great movie and you put out the best product you can on the big screen. And then maybe as a fun additive, you do that on a Blu-ray. I love DC Comics. I do. Batman and Superman are my two favorite superheroes of all time, followed very closely by The Flash and Green Lantern. Just I'm not talking about the Green Lantern movie. No, I'm talking about the comics. And I think there's so much there to make fantastic movies the first time, so that when they hit the big screen, they're already fun. They're already gritty. They're already characters that just engage you and draw you in. And you could do that on the first shot, rather than throw something out mediocre and do the better one on the Blu-ray. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that's what they started with Batman vs. Superman. It's what they're continuing with Suicide Squad. Are there things on the Suicide Squad extended version that I'm looking forward to seeing? Of course. I mean, like I said, I like extended editions. That kind of stuff makes me curious. What I'm not liking is this habit that we now are kind of getting into with these DC movies, and it's like, oh, come on. Make it good the first time. Those are my ranting thoughts on this. Let me know what you think of a Suicide Squad extended edition in the comments. Do you like this idea? Do you not like this idea? Let me know. While you're down there in the comments, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Be on top of all the new videos and new things going on here at Durbania. I'm Durbin. Thank you so much for checking out Durbania.